This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
He said that he learned how to follow birds and stuff like that because of his training on the .50 caliber. You know, you have to lead the plane. Only a faint echo of the elder Maynard Smith can still be felt in the home. A pleasant, roomy, one-story house with a screened-in pool just outside of Tampa. There are photos of Smith Sr., and a few items on display that carry his stamp, like the model of a wooden boat in the living room bearing one of his nicknames, Snuffy. But open a steamer trunk, and Smith Jr. himself erupts from within, announcing his arrival with a flurry of yellowed newspaper clippings, faded photos, military documents, Christmas cards, and programs from various military appreciation events and reunions. His son pulls out these memories by the handful. Here's a photo of Smith Sr. shaking hands with President John Kennedy, who towers over him. Here's a news clipping featuring Smith at the elbow of the governor of Michigan in 1945. Here are his honorable discharge papers from the Army Air Forces. He's a private, having been demoted after receiving the Medal of Honor. Here's a program from a Medal of Honor Society event in Hawaii in the early 1980s, with a woman's name and hotel room number scrawled on one page. Here's a postcard to his mother, written from aerial gunnery school in Texas, early in his wartime military career, and underneath it a cryptic photo from an oasis in North Africa, with a handwritten notation saying, "My quarters," with an arrow pointing to a hilltop building on the horizon. Maynard Smith Jr. pulls more of his father's memories from the steamer trunks, spreading the fragments across the surface of the bed. The ghostly form of a man emerges, a proud veteran, an acknowledged hero, a newspaper publisher. Closer examination reveals greatest hits of the more intimate kind. A love letter from a wartime girlfriend, a photo of him on a cruise in 1977, wearing an absurd hat with one arm flung over the shoulder of a comely older woman. Not Junior's mother, he's not surprised to see. And a black-and-white photo of Smith in 1945, leaning in close to use a young woman's collarbone to sign an autograph. "Dad," his son says dryly, "had the reputation of being well endowed." Some members of Maynard Smith Sr.'s immediate family, including a son and daughter from previous marriages, stopped speaking to him. One of his 3 sons died of an overdose before his father passed. The other became lost in drug abuse and died just 5 years after his father. Maynard Sr.'s other daughter enjoyed her paternal relationship, but she and her mother had the stronger bond and lived together in Hawaii and Florida after the couple divorced. But Maynard Smith and his namesake stayed close until the end. In late April 1984, the elder Maynard Smith staggered into the kitchen, gasping words but garbling them badly. "Oak, oak, oak," he finally managed. Treated for a stroke. Doctors discovered his heart was also failing. After a grueling month in the hospital, he was gone. He was not the type of man who would listen to doctors, says Debbie Wolfsmith, Maynard Smith Jr.'s wife. He wasn't going to stop putting salt on his watermelon. He wasn't good at keeping up with medications either. Looking over the contents of the 3 steamer trunks, it's clear that Maynard Smith Sr. curated this collection of memorabilia, intentionally or not, to be the idealized version of his life. The news clippings paint the portrait of a dedicated son, a war hero, and a successful publisher with the ear of important people. The positive media coverage is extensive, but Smith left the negative press out of his personal archives. There are articles describing lawsuits against him, tangles with the Food and Drug Administration over a male enhancement cream, and an arrest for filing a false police report for his role in a very public hoax in